Hello and welcome to KDP A to Z. Now today I want to show you some of the really cool things that you can do with Canva. I don't have the pro version. I don't pay for it at all, but there are loads of things that I use Canva for when designing and making books. So I wanted to just show you quite quickly the basics and some other extra little bits that you will find very useful. Now, if you don't already have an account with Canva, it is completely free to sign up. So you just go onto canva.com. I'll leave the link in the description and then you go to sign up for free. But I'm just going to log in. So the first stage of doing anything on Canva is you go to the top right hand corner and click on create a design. Now this can give you lots of different options for what you might want to do. So you might want to make an Instagram story, for example, an A4 document, a resume, loads of different bits and pieces that you can do. But the normal thing that I will do is custom size because they don't have KDP documents. So I usually go with custom size. And what you can do is you can change it to be either pixels, inches, centimeters, or millimeters. So, for example, one of the larger size books on KDP is 8.5 by 11 inches in height. So, you can just create your own design size. I'm going to take you through the basic steps with Canva and then we'll go into some more of the details. So, for example, to change the background color, you select the box and you click on color. And you can change the background color however you like. Lots of different options there. To add text, you simply go to the left-hand toolbar here and click on text. Then you can select something like add a heading. And you can see this is selected here. You can just delete what you want and put in any text that you like. To change the font is very simple. You just select the text itself and you click on the top left-hand corner here where it's saying Canva Sans. And here you'll find lots of different fonts that you can use. Now, anything with a crown next to it, you have to pay for. So that's always only included in the Canva Pro version, which is the paid subscription for Canva. But anything that doesn't have this crown next to it, you can go ahead and use. So go ahead, select which one you like. Now, similarly, you can apply different text styles. So, for example, if we select the font, you can make it bold, you can make it italic, you can underline it, you can make it upper or lower case. And then we have this section here which says effects. So we could apply an outline to it. We can make that outline thicker. We can amend the color to that outline. We can also amend the shape. So if we're going on to effects, scroll down a little bit and you go to the shape. Now you may want to change the angle of the curve here. If you scroll down a little bit further, you can see if you scroll along this bar here on the left bottom hand corner that I'm moving about, you'll see that it can change the effect of the curve and you can invert it as well. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, you click on the one of the corners of the text box and you can move it in and out. If you want to rotate it, you can see a little arrow here at the bottom of the picture and you can rotate that however you like as well. And if you want to, you can change the transparency of this text. So you could make this less prominent, make it more. So that's this box here, this little dotty box there. You can add elements to your design as well. So if you go on the left-hand toolbar here and click on elements, you'll see that they've got lots of different ones that you can choose. So you've got photos, videos, audio. You also have frames and grids and different collections here. So you can add different things to your design itself. So for example, if you want to click on see all graphics, you could choose a graphic and you could search something. So if we wanted to search for a tree, for example. Now again, with the crown, those are the paid version. So don't click on those. If you want the free ones, just select something without the crown next to it. If you want to crop the element at all you do is you're selecting the picture and you click on edit photo. And here you can select crop and you can resize it to however you want. Some of the elements, not all of them, will allow you to change some of the colours. So, for example, that tree one would not allow me to do it, but this flower one that I've selected will allow me to do it. So you can see the difference here. There's two colours up on the top bar here. So that will allow me to edit those colours. So if you select on that, you can click different colours that you want for those elements. But just be aware that isn't the option for every element that you might use. So the tree one won't allow you to change the colours. The flower one here will. You can also flip your elements if you wanted to. So if you just flip it horizontal or vertically, it will change the design for you. And again, if you want to make it transparent, click on the transparency button. Now, there's other cool things that you can do with these images as well. So if you click on edit image, when you've selected it, you can see things like you've got smart mockups. So if, for example, you wanted to have a picture of that flower on a book, for example, you just select the design that you want it to be on, and there you have it. It's on the book. And you can drag that picture into that mock-up, and it will display on the screen on this computer here. You can also do different filter effects. So changing the colours slightly, having different hues to it, etc. So you can do the Scandi version. You can do different intensities of that. There's lots of stuff that you can do for free here. One of my favourite features of Canva is this one. So if you go into elements and you go into, scroll down and go to frames, this is one of my favourite ones. So you can select different size frames, different shapes, and then you can go back in and put a picture in there. So for example, if I choose this one, you don't just choose it, you have to drag it onto the frame. There we go. Another one is this grids section. So if you select grids, you can lay out your page slightly differently. So let's just delete that one off. And again, back to elements. We can put the elements all here. Now, I don't like the fact that we can just see her chin on all those elements. So we're just going to amend that slightly. Go on to click the section that you want to change, go on to edit photo and click crop. And then you can drag down the bit that you want to be in the right place. There we are. And the other cool thing that I wanted to show you on Canva is this. So you can see you can put lots of different elements on your page, but it depends on what order you've put them in. You might not want that turtle behind the mermaid there. So what you can do is you can select the turtle and right click on it and go to layer, and you can bring that forward. You can bring it to the front if you want it, or send it to the back. So you can move that about however you like. You can obviously reshape everything, but once you've got everything in position, you like your design how it is, and you don't want that layout to change by accidentally clicking something. What you can do is you can group select everything. So you can drag your mouse cursor so you can select everything, or you can press the shift key and select everything, and then you can group it. Okay. And then there you are. It's all moving about the same way that you want it to. Now, if you select an image that you like, one of the nice things I like about Canva is that the magic option will recommend other things that are similar. So it might suggest that this mermaid might be nicer. It does also make some other recommendations, some elements and so on that you could add to your page. There's absolutely loads on here that you can play with. So that is the basics of Canva and how to use it. I wanted to now show you a couple of exciting things that you can do with Canva. So if we're going back to the home page, the canva.com, if you click on the top left-hand side here, it will show you this section, apps. This is one of my favorite things. So you can do a little bit like Midjourney or Creative Fabrica. You can do your own text to images. So we can select that one, for example. It'll always ask you what sort of thing you'd like to create. Let's go for a book cover. And then you just type in what you would like it to create for you. So let's go for a koi fish swimming in a pond. Let's create that image. And it's made you a few different images that you might like to use. are very, very nice designs. So that's one of the apps that you could use. My other favorite app in Canva that is free as well is Smart Mockups. So these mockups you can use to sort of create your design for advertising purposes. And this is one of the things that I really like to do with the A plus content is show how my books can be used. So here you've got the technology, you've got print options, so you can do different magazines. And here we go. This is my favorite one, books. Now, again, there's some crown options that are just the pro versions, but there are lots and lots of them that are completely free to use. So this is a nice design, for example, here. This one's free. And then when you select one of them, it will show you some that are similar as well. So we could choose this one, for example, another free one. So don't worry if you can't find the correct image. If you just select one of them, it will show you lots of different images that you might be able to use. But let's go ahead and use that original one. So let's select that. And then it'll ask you to select your design or your upload. So let's just put any of my old uploads in there. You can see that that's not designed it exactly how I want it to be. I wanted it to fill the page. That's fine as well. We can adjust the image and we can just move this scale bar along. We can move it however we want to do it. Okay. And we can save that. There we are. That is my mock-up all done. Nice and easy. Then you just save the mock-up and you just press download. And then you can save it just as a PNG file. So nice and easy to do the mock-ups. Another really cool feature that you might be able to use would be this one, QR code. So if, for example, you have your own website, then you could attach a QR code to your book and so that people can scan it on their phones and automatically be uploaded to your website. So we just create a new design here. So using new design, select any option that you want. I'm going to just do it on a book cover. All you have to do is you type in your website address there. So if, for example, I could just copy this website address here and I can paste that into there and then press generate code. And that will come up with my own code for me. And then what you can do is you can just download that. You can download it as a PNG or JPEG, whatever you like. And then you can use that element in your books and that can link people to your own website. If you wanted to make prettier QR codes, you could go onto this flow code QR, which tends to make them a little bit different, a bit more unique looking. I think you need a flow code account for that, but I believe it is free to do. You can make lots of different cool patterns with those. So that's something you can do if you wanted a bit more of a unique QR code. So one of the other things that you can use Canva for is actually making your book cover. And the easy way to do this is by going on to create a design and typing in here book cover. And not only will it give you different sizes and so on, it'll give you different kinds of books that you might be able to make. Let's just go on to, for example, a thriller book cover. Now this has made its own size, but you can adjust that if you wanted to. And here we have lots of different templates that you can use to make your own book covers. Now, annoyingly, it doesn't have the little crowns that show you whether it's free or not. And there's these irritating watermarks sometimes. So you just have to have a little look through and see what you do and don't want and what you can use. Some of them don't have any watermarks in at all, and some do. And you just have to decide on what you think. You can see here that I've made 3 different pages here. If you don't want any of those, you can just select delete page, which is on the top of that design. I want to use those colours on this design. So I've got those colours up here. You can see it template style, the colours there that I want. So I'm just going to select on that and press apply style to all pages. And you can see it's put some of those colours that I like onto that page. You can change the wording on all of these bits and pieces so that it can be your own representation of your book cover. You can amend it however you like. Again, anything that you select, it will come up with different images that you might like. And you can see there's absolutely hundreds of different designs you can use for your book covers. And of course, once you've finished, all you have to do is click on the share button and then download it. And that will give you the option to download it as a PDF or a printing PDF or a JPEG, whatever you want to do. So I know you're all going to ask me, can I do this? Is this allowed? And the answer, I'm happy to say, is yes, you can. I've had a little look at the Canva license agreements, and you can look this up if you want to as well, just to reassure yourselves. But basically, it is saying down here in section 5, these are the things this agreement permits you to do with any of the Canva designs that you make. You can use it to make products for resale. And that does include, in this section 6 here, entertainment applications such as books and book covers, magazines, newspapers, etc. So you're allowed to do all of this. There are obviously a couple of restrictions. Some of them are listed down here in section 9. So you can't sublicense it, and you have to amend it very slightly. So when I have made this particular design, that would be allowed. I'd obviously change the name, but that would be allowed. I've amended it. And that specifies that in section 5 here. So you can't use or display the content on a standalone basis on websites or other venues designed to induce or involving the sale, license, or other distribution of on-demand products, including postcards. So you have to amend that. And that's the same as I've spoken about in the past with certain license issues such as that on Creative Fabrica. I've done a detailed video of that if anyone wants to go and have a look. Basically, as long as you have amended it slightly, that is okay for you to use. I really hope you found this video useful. If you have, do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more great advice to help you make passive income online. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.